Hi everybody, my name is Eric Weber. Welcome to the course. It's my pleasure to be your instructor this term for SED 580 Introduction to Research. I'll be collaborating with Allison Dorco, graduate teaching assistant for the course. If you haven't been on Blackboard already, our biographies and our photos are in the instructor info tab. They're on the navigation panel on the left side of Blackboard. Make sure to get on Blackboard and let me know if you have any questions or issues with getting on there. I'm going to orient you a little bit toward the course to give you a sense for what we'll be covering this term. There are three groups of students taking the course, for which Allison and I are very excited. You offer a lot of different perspectives, a lot of different ideas. About 1/3 of you are working toward a master's degree in the EDM program, in the Teacher and Counselor Education program. Another third are in the MS program, focused on either science or mathematics education, though we tend to have more mathematics education students this term. And the last third are MS free choice learning students focused on science or mathematics education. During the term, you'll become familiar with all of these different students, their expertise, their areas of expertise, and the ways in which you can sort of help and learn from each other. They might already work or be planning to work in settings such as museums. I'm referring to the free choice learning students in case you're curious. Nature centers, libraries, community-based organizations, after-school programs, etc. We have a lot of other students who are already working in schools, working in math and science classrooms. We also have people who don't have any experience. That's okay. We'll draw on all of the people's different experiences throughout the course. I think this difference and the differences between the students provide a really rich setting for the course to exist in. In the past, I've had difficulty when all the students have the same similar shared experiences. With having such a variety of backgrounds, I think it will benefit all of you in our assignments, our discussion boards, and our collaborations. It's also why in the syllabus and other course materials you see there are different readings and final projects depending on the career trajectory of the student. So while we don't necessarily adapt the course to each individual, we try to be responsive to the needs of each individual. In different places I've tried to be clear, but if there's any confusion, don't hesitate to ask either Allison or I. The course itself is divided into 6 modules and a final wrap-up week. The first and last modules are a week long. All the others are 2 weeks long. If you get on Blackboard, you should be able to see the syllabus and also a mapping of all of the syllabus assignments into those modules. The first module itself addresses some foundational questions about research. What is research? What is educational research? Please make sure that you read the syllabus on the Blackboard site carefully because the details of the assignments are there. I can't emphasize this enough. Everything that you'll need to do is on the syllabus and it is also on Blackboard. You are responsible for submitting assignments on time by the end of each week that they are due. Of course, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email either Allison or I whenever anything is unclear to you. Regarding the specific first module, one of the first goals is to get at the question of objectivity, and the idea that objectivity in the social sciences is challenging to achieve, if at all. I want you to think for a second what objectivity might mean to you. Some scholars believe that objectivity in social science research is impossible to achieve because we depend on the worldview, background, interest, and values of the researchers who frame and conduct the research. Think about that. Is it possible to be objective when you're talking about social science research? In Module 1, we explore these questions, and throughout this course, we continue to come back to them. We'll also talk about a perennial disconnect between educational research and practice, some of which many of you are probably aware. This is the case for educators teaching in schools and free choice learning environments. We'll read a number of different articles that address this gap, which is often brought up when we're talking about researchers and practitioners. Does the research that we're doing affect or impact the teachers who are actually in the schools? This is a well-known disconnect. It's existed for years, and people have different positions on this issue. There'll be an interesting conversation throughout the term. Is the problem on the research side, the practice side, or the connection between research and practice? Is it possible to position a problem as research only, practice only, or a combination of the two? How is educational research conducted and disseminated? Is it useful and accessible to the educators who could perhaps benefit from it? These are questions that we'll focus on not only in Module 1, but also throughout the term. We have lots to think about. Module 1, make sure you get on Blackboard, get oriented to the course, make sure you have the syllabus and you're clear on when things are due. Allison and I look forward to getting to know each of you better throughout the term, and please let me know if you have any questions.